everyone we need to start, I think, is here. If the chief comes, cool. If not, then there's something wrong with him, I think. At any rate, we'll go ahead and get started. So, like I was saying earlier, I'm kind of on a very strict time frame today. My goal is to be done by 8:30 at the latest. So we're going to be kind of pushing quickly through some of this.
Oh, well, there's Altera.
Oh, cool.
Cool. So we're just going to get started here. And we're actually going to get started with the away team. So as you guys remember last time, the away team was thrown into their muddy cells cell, I should say. You're all in one cell. With Praxis pheromones still pouring out of her. And go.
So who are they still? Like, is there like a guard?
Might I say, Commander, you've never looked better.
Not gonna respond to that. Yeah,
Hello,
she'll
Governor?
be. Okay, she's at the cell door, kind of like.
Someone got a phone call.
Yeah, it's me. Hold on.
So she'd be at the cell door, kind of like, I demand to speak. Who's in charge? Type.
Yeah, the ensign is right. You do look quite attractive right now. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Yeah,
or at least noticed.
She just kind of like looks at the two and
Did we lose the commander?
So, yeah, she just kind of looks at the two and kind of gives them a scolding look. And believe it or not, my mic was muted on Discord, so funny times. I actually said some stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah, we heard none of it.
Yep, I figured that. But, I mean, she's at the cell door. Sort of like, I'm assuming is this iron bars type thing, or...
Correct. Iron bars, you're in like a dank basement, kind of. It's not a hard floor. It's like an actual muddy floor. And you're pretty much the only cell in this place.
Okay, and
like it's your cell in the center, and then, you know, like a little walking path on the outside with a single metal door.
Okay, so we're like essentially in a 4x4 cell wall cage.
Yeah, probably maybe 5 meters by 5 meters, a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they can walk all the way around the premises of the
yes.
Cage? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and there's maybe 2 meters between the cell and the walls.
And are there any guards?
There are not. They kind of threw you in the mud and went up through the door and locked it behind them.
Question: is there a light source?
Yes. It's probably a single light source above the cage. You know, like if you could picture like a single light bulb in one of those flimsy moving light fixtures, that's kind of what this is.
Okay, and is and it's outside the cage?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's probably about 2.5 meters to the ceiling from the top of the cell ceiling.
And okay, so I just want to get like to paint the picture in my head, but I'm not sure what the other two are wanting to do here.
I mean, there are thoughts that are going through their heads, I'm sure.
Well, Ensign Calum can't seem to take his eyes off the commander.
And yeah, same with the doctor.
It's a miracle that we were thrown to the jail at all.
My work was quite good, apparently.
So I kind of point to the light. Do either one of you think you could reach the light?
Let's see, how far is it above the cage?
The light's probably about 2 meters above the cage, and the ceiling's probably half a meter above that.
Okay, so it's out of arm's
Okay.
reach.
Right, and then there isn't a enclosed ceiling on top. So like it's still the metal bars, but it forms like a nice cell.
So no cutting out the transmitter and pulling a Kirk and Spock and making a makeshift laser beam to cut open the cell doors. Got it. The plan.
Correct.
Hopes dashed on the
Yep.
rocks.
So she's gonna go to the shot. Like, I demand to speak to whoever is in charge of the facility. And she says it very loudly.
And it just kind of echoes through the room.
Perfect. I'm gonna keep making noise, so just repeatedly until someone comes.
Okay.
At this point, the doctor kind of goes over to Calum and kind of does that bro like,
Calum just nods.
Do I need to cut the black here?
Probably.
More violently screaming, "Hey, tension! Help!"
All right. I think we will cut to the ship, and I believe we'll actually start with a captain's log.
Captain's log, stardate 53502.6. Our rendezvous with the Romulans was fruitful, to say the least. Although there was a ton of confusion over who we were supposed to meet. I should mention to the Admiral next time to include that. Right now, we're headed to rendezvous and wait for the shuttle crew at the predetermined point. And
we were beamed. We don't have a shuttle.
You were beamed from your shuttle. I don't know you lost it.
The runabout.
Oh, we did leave a note. My apologies.
Yeah, you'll have to pay for that, probably. You were the last one to check it out. And so the captain's log continues. And I've just received some rather interesting orders. It appears our lieutenant commander has received a promotion and a new billet. I'm sure he'll be delighted to see that in captain's log.
All right, Captain, I believe you had something you wanted to set up here.
Yeah, so I'm going to be in my ready room. And Commander Regov?
Yes, Captain.
Could you come to my ready room?
On my way, sir. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Enter. Commander, I'm gonna call the ship's company to order in the shuttle bay. Let's get everyone down there. Say 30 minutes, all non-essential personnel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, make it so. And then I'll head to my quarters and get the old dress uniform out and whatnot and head towards the shuttle bay.
Okay. We'll go ahead and shoot straight to the shuttle bay then.
And as soon as
Yep.
the captain enters, Regev looks over his shoulder. Attention!
And the captain's gonna walk down the front row, kind of doing an inspection. And then I'm gonna walk back to the center and stare out at the people and say, Lieutenant Commander Regov, front and center.
Regev, okay. Regev goes forward and like does like a like turns left hard, and then he stops in front of the captain, and then he turns right, still out of attention.
The captain gives a salute, and then I pull out a kind of like a nice, like one of those things like a degree comes in, like a little folding folder that's got all kinds of intricate gold on it or whatnot, and I read to Commanding Officer USS Sarek. You are hereby ordered to promote Captain or Lieutenant Commander Regov to the rank of Commander, and inform him that he has been assigned as Commanding Officer USS Everest, to take effect immediately. And I, Commander, do you understand your orders?
Yes, sir.
And then I hand him his orders and I shake his hand.
And as you do that, everyone in the room kind of gives him the whole clap and huzzahs and all that fun stuff.
And Regev salutes the captain back and says thank you again to him.
Commander, you can dismiss the ship's company.
Does like an about face. Dismissed.
And everyone kind of goes about their ways. Some of them leave, some of them stand around chatting with each other.
In the back of Regev's mind, he's like, whew, thank God I didn't have to do a speech. I mean, like, kind of, oh yeah, the captain can hear me type thing.
You get a chuckle from the captain. You're gonna have to learn how to do that.
Yep. He thinks, yes, sir.
Well, Commander, I think I'm glad to have served with you and enjoy the moment, but I do think we have some rather pressing business to attend to. So enjoy
Yes,
the
sir.
moment, but let's get everyone back to duty.
Alright, sir. Let's go recover our shuttle crew.
And the captain's going to change out of uniform and go back to the bridge.
All right. I'm going to fast forward time a little bit. You guys arrive at the shuttle's rendezvous point with the shuttle not there. And nothing on long-range sensors.
How long would is it an egregious amount of time that I think they've been missing, or do I feel like maybe they'll show up in the next hour? Because I don't remember if we set a rendezvous time.
Yeah, I don't remember if you did either.
It's 24 hours regulation. Captain can pick a different time.
But let's just
Well,
say
it couldn't be 24 hours because we had
Yeah.
the Romulans and they slept over, so that wasn't 24.
I would say for the sake of plot that you feel that they should have been back by now.
Is this any better? Am I louder?
It's a little better.
All right. Well, my wife just got here, so I need to step out for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
Nope, you're good.
The captain can do Rego's actions while I'm gone.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a conversation between the captain and Regov as to the next course, and the captain's going to decide that we're going to start heading in that direction.
So we made the advantage for the transponders that are implanted, and
Sure, right.
as a form of communication to the
Yeah, but
team.
there's nothing on long range sensors, so you're not there to scan. I have to get closer to you to scan you.
I'm not saying you scan. You could try using to contact us through the transponders.
Oh, okay. I could try that. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the doctor's console. Doctor, can you? Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Was
I'm in a
did-
cage.
Wasn't those one-way transponders only though?
They're
The ship can try. Oh, it is. Only they can try to contact me.
No, it's the
I
other way
think.
around.
Or
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh.
I thought you made it to where you can give that a signal to let them know that you're back.
Yeah, okay. So that even if I did contact them, it wouldn't tell me anything.
Right. It would just kind of beep and say, "Hey, the ship's back."
But they also help
Well,
with the location.
For plot's sake, I'm gonna go to the science console and input the commands to send them a signal. So that, I mean, that I don't know if they need to know because I don't know what their situation is. So I'm gonna send the signal to them, and then Ensign Calum.
He is not here either.
Oh,
All
alone.
all you have is Regov and Chief Altera. The rest would be
In a cage.
the cage or support characters.
I feel so naked right now. I have no one. Okay, then the captain's gonna lean over the second duty shift helmsman or whatever and tell him to put in a course for that planet at reasonable warp 6 or something.
All right. Perfect. And then we'll cut back to the planet. This will be scene 2. All right. So for the crew members that are in the cell, you guys have been left in the cell for about 2 days. There has been no visitors. There has been no food. You have not heard anything. Nothing for about 2 days.
Oh, well, that's good, because after the pheromones wore off, he continues to profusely apologize to the commander.
Yeah, same.
And then continuously monitoring Calum and Prax for signs of this, the symptoms of starvation where they start getting weaker and things like that.
So is the whole entire floor mud, even under the past the cages?
Around the cages is like a stone flooring, but the cell itself is a mud pit.
I want to kind of test, I guess, the footing of the cage in a way to see if I can't dig underneath it by hand. If it's
Right. And once you start doing that, your transponders go off.
Well-
so
Chips.
well, looks like the Sarek is looking for us. They're only
Oh, that's
telling
one.
us to meet.
One piece of good news.
And there's like no bedding, no anything inside the cell, just that dirt
Just-
floor.
Yep, just the mud floor. Which, yeah, probably is starting to turn to dirt in spots, but it's still pretty muddy.
Yeah. Wherever it's the softest at, I'm like gonna test it. I'm like tell you guys, the two of you, we gotta find a way out of this cage, and we've been here way too long. No one's come. Start digging.
Yes, Commander. And yep, I continue. I help her dig.
All right. And then after some time, you guys finally hear a loud noise as the metal door to this room is opened. And in come 4 Nautican guards. One of them comes up to the cell door and unlocks it with a key and says, "Boss wants to see you."
Wow, you're ugly.
Kind of was like, which one?
And he says, "You," and points to your character, Prex.
It's about time. I don't resist.
Right. And as Prex is led out of the room, the Nautican locks the door behind him. And all 5 of them make their way out through the metal door, relocking the door as they go, leaving Caleb and the good doctor behind.
Well, this is not the most ideal of situations.
I can't believe I acted like that.
I did a good job. Sorry. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to, like, empathically go out and see. Basically, I want to see if it's just Caleb I can feel, or if I can feel everybody in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're in range for me to feel.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that there's other people here.
Well, damn. I mean, we can keep digging, but I don't know if that's gonna get us anywhere.
Well, it was mud a little while ago. Can you see any pipes?
No. Not that we can reach. I had a tricorder.
Hey. Idea. Top's metal, right?
Yeah,
Give me a boost.
okay. And I boost him up.
With that boost, is the light within reach?
Unless you have an arm that is at least 6 meters. Oh wait, not 6 meters. 6 feet long. Probably not.
It was a good
Okay, 'cause
try,
I thought
Ensign.
I thought that the cage was only like 2 meters up above us, but okay.
Well, because like you're at the top of the, so like you get to the top of the cage, you know, you're pushed against it, but the light fixture is still another 2 meters above that,
Okay.
and then the ceiling is another half meter above the light.
Okay.
So you know, with your arm span, you know, maybe you get halfway there.
Yeah, like 3 feet, so a meter, yeah. Oh, man. You got anything down there that I can use to reach that light?
No. Well,
All right.
Or you it.
All right, I'll leave you guys to work on the light problem, and we'll go back to Prax.
I was so for digging our way out, but you know.
All right, so Commander Prax, you are led through like an underground complex, and as you walk through the complex, you take note, and you take note of seeing like a room that could be like troop quarters, one that looks like an armory, one that kind of looks like a hangar bay, another one looks like a makeshift medical bay, and one that looks kind of like a command room. And all this is kind of just dug into the rocks. Looks very hastily. There's not really any doors to any of this. But the one thing that you notice is the apparent lack of actual guards and actual people. There only seems to be one guard at each of these entry points to these major sections, except for the hangar bay, which appears to have two. And as you're kind of led through all this, eventually you are led up a couple flights of stairs, and you reach a room overlooking the now empty bar that you were beamed into originally. This room is extravagant. It's full of expensive-looking furniture, including couches, bed, a couple tables, chairs. There's expensive items and decorations that adorn the entire room. And inside the room, of course, is the Tellarite Kerr, still sporting the burns and wounds from the attempt to steal the engine a few short months ago. And with a simple nod of the head, the guards that escorted you into the room head back down the stairs, leaving just you and Kerr.
Am I shackled at all?
You are not.
She kind of bites her lip, knowing that, hacking him probably will be futile. But it's like, I don't believe we've been introduced.
I don't think we have either. What is someone like you doing out here? In a Federation shuttle, no less.
Who says I came in a Federation shuttle?
Let's not play games here. I know the telltale sign of Federation transporters.
So, can I do like an insight check to see if he recognizes me or if he's just toying with me?
I think this is something we'd have to. I think it's something we'd have to stick with the RP for.
Okay.
And I forgot what was the last thing you actually said.
The shuttle. Saying that
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then he said he knows yeah. Okay, cool.
I have a cloaked vessel in orbit. Unfortunately, there's no one on it, so I can't beam myself off after you took all my stuff, but we were trailing the Federation shuttle.
I don't believe that for a second. So there's two possibilities that exist here, from what I can tell. Either the Sid didn't tell me about a VIP bringing me new equipment, or you're a Federation spy sent here on some type of suicide mission. I wonder which one you are.
Well, I can tell you right now, if I'm part of the syndicate, it could very well be that they're not pleased with your current activities in progress.
Oh yeah? Is that so? And he kind of walks over to like a bar and pours himself a drink.
I know a whole lot about you, Kerr. How you're a former Starfleet officer. How do I know that you're not the spy giving faulty information to the syndicate? You were asked to bring the Federation starship engine. We lost a good operative because of your sloppy work, and you failed to destroy the USS Sarek.
And he kind of takes a sip of his drink. It's an awful lot of information you know there. for someone who has not been in this part.
Well, I have my sources.
Care for a drink?
I love one.
And he pours a drink and sets it on the table and takes a seat on the couch. So, why don't we get down to business here, and why don't you tell me who you are?
My name is Nivu.
I do not recognize that name.
And you're not supposed to. It's the whole point.
I know every syndicate operative that operates in the Shackleton Expanse. Your name has never come up.
And nor should it ever come up.
Where do I want to go from here? But it is awfully convenient that you happen to show up right as a Federation shuttle breaches all of our defenses and blows up in orbit of our planet. And
Like I
then
said-
here you are showing up in the middle of our establishment.
You may believe what you wish, but I am no Federation operative.
Well, then what are you doing here?
I'm investigating you, your security.
And what do you make of our security?
Poor. The very fact that a Federation shuttle was able to get past the security net and evade your patrol ships is quite astonishing. The Federation shuttle was here long enough to scan the entire planet.
But we were able to capture them, you see. And in fact, we have a nice little trap set for who sent them.
What do you think anyone is coming for them? As you say, it could have been a suicide mission.
Oh, I know the Federation enough to know that they don't send anyone on suicide missions without a way to get them out. So I do expect a ship to be coming here very shortly.
Well, how long am I going to remain your prisoner, Mr. Kerr?
Where are you at in the room, Prax? Just so a frame of reference.
I'm kind of hovering, like just kind of pacing with the drink, taking minor sips of it every now and then.
Okay. So Kerr gets up and walks back over to where the liquor is and pours himself another drink. I am undecided how long I'm gonna keep you here. I don't know if there's anything you can do for me.
Well, needless to say, if I am a Federation spy, like you say, there is a ship coming. And if I'm not, there are going to be some angry people, and your operation may go up in smoke before your very eyes. So either way, I think you're in a very awkward predicament.
Well, if you are part of the syndicate, as you say, what you're going to find here is us capturing a Federation ship. And they're going to have a whole ship of fresh slaves ripe for the taking. That's what you're about to witness here.
Well, my boss would be very happy to hear that. At least it's progress.
I'm sure he would. And then he presses a button on a desk. And two other Nossingen cards comes up. In the meantime, though, I think these gentlemen will take you back to your cell.
Fair enough, but how long are you going to deprive us of food?
You're Orions. You can eat each other. And with that, the Nossingen kind of grabs your arm and pulls you back.
Back in the cage. So when they bring her back, here's what we do. We
Hold
stand
on.
either side.
Hold on. We're not there yet. So, Prax, you're being led through. You're still not shackled. Is there anything you want to do?
Well, it's 2v1, so that's not really good odds. But I am going. Since I know the doctor is an empath, I am gonna kind of change my emotional status a little bit from the cool calm to, I'm gonna say, like a distress type situation, like be more in distress, kind of as a signal like there's something going on.
That would be neato.
Like not suppress my emotions hardly anymore, essentially. That
Okay.
she's been doing the whole time.
Cool. And then you can let the doctor know what those are, I'm sure.
I just kind of did. It's just
Yeah,
sign
it's
of distress.
panic and
Okay.
distress.
Okay. So if nothing else, we'll head back to the two in the cell. And probably this is right about when you guys get the or when the doctor feels the heightened sense of distress.
Ensign? We're... Feels like we're having company, and Prex doesn't feel right.
Can you tell how many guards are with her?
2, possibly?
2 we can deal with.
Alright, you stand on that side, I'll stand on this side, and let's hope we can take them.
You have any experience in this kind of thing?
My family are lawyers. I'm a doctor. No. But we need to get out of here, so there's a first time for everything.
Can you tell Prax to be ready to hit the other one?
Sorry, afraid it's a one-way thing. I'm not the captain.
Had to try. All right. I'll stand on this side of the door, and I go to our left side of the door. Hopefully she'll understand what's going on.
So we're basically waiting for them to open the cell to, like, bum rush them and... Yeah.
Okay. So right as you guys get ready, you start hearing that loud metal bang of the door about to be opened. And once it opens, you see the Nausicaan opening the door, and then Commander Prax, and then the guard right behind her.
My
All
question:
right,
Are they in arms rank? Like, do they have like grabbing my arm, or like, are they like, more further back?
Are they leading her?
Well, there's the one opening the door, and there's the one behind her, but they're not touching her.
Okay. And as soon as they open the door to the cell, we attack.
Okay. So yeah, so the Nausicaan comes up to the cell door and is about to unlock it. Commander Prax was probably shoved, probably close, like probably right behind that first guard. But then there's still the guard that's right at the metal door. They're probably everyone's probably about a good meter apart at that point.
Like as
Well,
they were
Can
trying to
I-
open the door, I would probably rush the guard that's behind me.
And I want to grab the guard that's in front of her and bang his head against the metal bars.
Okay.
and yeah, the doctor will, I guess, pick one and flail his arms weakly. I don't know.
Okay. Pick what we're doing first.
It would probably go. You probably want to do like whoever has the highest daring goes first, because that's the rule. So
I think you want to do the person who's gonna after they open the cell, because if Prax does it before they open the cell, this isn't gonna end well.
Yeah.
Either way it works, the keys are on Praxis' side.
Yeah, but she has to fight both the Nausicaans then.
Yeah.
All right. So the cell door is open.
Yep. Highest daring here at 11.
Well, I'm giving you guys the first go, so you guys get to determine who goes first.
as soon as I
Calum,
see,
then the
I'll let
commander.
Calum go first. Because as soon as I see Calum attack, then I will go and rush the
Yeah.
other Nausicaan.
All right. So is it just Calum attacking the Nausicaan? Are you both doing it?
I'm attacking the Nausicaan that's closest to me.
The one that opened
By-
the cell.
Yeah, by basically reaching out, grabbing him, and pulling him into the metal bars and trying to knock him out.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, I'm right next to him with a haymaker.
All right. So Calum, go ahead and roll daring security. We'll go to melee combat at this point.
Okay. I do have a focus because I have hand-to-hand combat.
That'll work. Tie goes to you.
Sweet.
and-
Unarmed
and
strike. Where is
Hold
that?
on. So this would actually be probably not unarmed strike because you're actually trying to use a object.
Okay.
So I think we could probably do 2 challenge dice plus your security on this.
That'll be 6,
Right.
I think. Yeah. So
2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So as he approaches it, you kind of just grab his shirt and pull him right into the cage, and it knocks him out almost instantly.
I pick up his weapon.
Hold on, because then it's the other Nausicaan. The other Nausicaan is going to ready his weapon and try to shoot at Calum, the one that attacked the guard. But because Prax is in the way, I'm going to make his complication range 2. Yeah, no, I'll spend a thread on this. Why not? I got it. Ooh, and he misses.
you
so
have
then
no
it'll be-
idea the joy I feel.
So then it'll be, God, their control security is horrible. So yeah, so go back to you guys.
Prax is going to pretty much bum rush the other Nausicaan
All right.
and attack. I'm also going to use my joint talent to gain hand-to-hand combat as a focus for
Cool.
the remainder of the scene.
Yep.
And I'm going to give you 1 threat to roll 3 dice.
Cool.
Oh shit.
So you're going to gain 4 momentum from that. God damn.
Oh my word.
Yeah. That happened. Yeah, Commander, please. The damage.
Okay, I'm spending one of the momentum to re-roll 3 dice.
Yes, please.
And that's just one momentum to do?
Yeah, that's one momentum to do. I can only do that once, so.
Cool. So 3 challenge dice.
And it rolls 0.
Did you hit enter
Yeah.
on the challenge dice?
I believe so.
Okay. Cool. So he'll take 2 stress. And then since he already went...
I'm going to spend 2 momentum to disarm. So I'll go on a 1 momentum during that.
Okay. So this will actually goes back to the doctor. So Brax just kind of hit the weapon out of his hand, is how I see it. Just kind of like try to rush him and just knock the weapon out.
I pick up the downed one's weapon, and I basically aim it at him and tell him to stop.
And that's all you do?
Well, stop or I'll shoot. And then if he doesn't shoot, it doesn't stop, I'll shoot.
Well, he's not stopping, so...
Okay, well then, I'm going to shoot him, which will probably kill him if I hit him. I am also burning... no, I won't. Actually, yeah, because I don't know if I'm going to hit him. Use my determination and use the value fight over flight.
Sure.
And gain the auto crit. And here we go.
And yeah, okay.
That's 3.
You rolled it too quick. I was gonna spend stuff, but yeah, cool.
Oh, sorry.
So you gain 1 momentum. So this weapon that you picked up is actually a disruptor pistol. It has a challenge dice of 3, and it has vicious 1.
Well,
Gotta disappear him.
What's your security at?
2.
Damn. They all hit. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, he's shot and just kind of falls right into the wall.
And Morganth drops the gun shaking. He's never had
You
to
did
do
what-
that before.
You did what you had to do, Doc. And I'll pick up the disruptor pistol.
I'll grab the other one on the ground and go, good job, doctor. Calm yourself. We'll get out of this.
Okay.
All right, and I think with that, I think it's a good time to go back to the ship. Is everybody that's on the ship back?
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Is Regov back?
Yeah, he
Yep.
sits.
Oh, okay, cool. So we'll actually do that. I'll give that to Regov.
Captain, I'm detecting some type of a sensor net. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Regov station. So, Skipper, what do you think we should do?
Well, we can determine how large their sensor net is and see if we can find a way to go through it undetected. That's what I would probably start doing, sir.
Can we scan the planet from here?
It's about a light year out. And just so you guys know, you are still at warp and approaching it.
Okay, I didn't know if I was thinking about that, but I thought it would move at the speed of plot. So, bring us out of warp. Can we we could do a scan for a shuttle. Like, we would expect if the shuttle was in flight, we could pick it up even if it was more than a light year away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
long range sensors.
we're going to use long range sensors and scan for the shuttle.
All right, this will be let's do controller reason with security or science assisted by the ship's security sensors or science sensors, whichever. We'll make it difficulty 2.
I can do a 14 on that rig off.
Let me check.
You might have a higher security if you have a 5.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you probably... What do you got for control?
Hang on. So for control, where's that? Okay, yeah, I've got 11.
Yeah,
security.
We'll let you roll that. And I'll roll the ship. What was the ship? Sensors and...
Sensors and either security or science.
Sensor science. Oh, wait. That had the focus clicked button. I don't know if that changed.
No, it doesn't matter because the ship always rolls as if it has a focus.
All right, Rego's tapping away at some controls and seems
Cool.
to be fairly well.
Commander, all you pick up from the scans are debris from a Federation ship.
Okay, and I assume the captain's over my shoulder watching the results for that.
I sense... well, I guess you can't feel what he's thinking, but you see the captain's face go from just doing normal duty to like someone just told him his mom died or something, or like his best friend died. He just says, "God damn it."
Rego checks for bio waste, or not waste, like biomatter.
I could let you spend a threat test that, or a momentum to ask that question.
Did we get any momentum off of his roll?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a difficulty 2.
I mean, out of character, I know the answer already, but in character, that's probably what I would check.
Yeah,
right.
we can do it. We'll spend the momentum. We'll be fine.
You do not detect any biomatter in the debris.
And now there's a sense of great relief. Well, it looks like they may have got the shuttle, but they didn't get them, which means they might still be alive.
How far away is the sensor net from us?
The sensor net's probably long range now.
Are there any celestial bodies nearby that are large enough to hide?
It's pretty much between you and between the sensor net and the planet. There's nothing foreign, or I should say.
Is there anything between me and the sensor net or nearby that is a large celestial body?
Let me roll a dice and give you an answer to that. There's not.
Well, Commander, they know Starfleet does not leave people for dead. And they have a sensor net. So we're definitely look at having the lower hand if we try to cross that sensor net.
It mirrors my thoughts exactly, Captain.
I'm thinking we celebrate one of your old Earth holidays. We'll celebrate the 4th of July out here. And maybe we'll see see if anyone's home or interested.
Not quite following you, Captain.
Commander Regov, give me everything you've got. We're going to pull within weapons range of the sensor net, and I want you to give me everything you got on the sensor net and knock out a few nodes.
All right. Target practice. Sounds good to me, sir.
So I'll say Ensign at the helm, take us to warp 1 and drop out at long range or medium range from the sensor net.
Aye, sir.
Oh, and Commander, shields up.
Already done, Captain.
And let's go to red alert.
And the siren sound. All right, so for this task, the warp is not going to be a task because that's just going in and out of warp. To try to do what you're suggesting, I'm going to make that a difficulty 3.
Can Regov make the roll and I assist since I ordered him and am describing on him what I want done?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a presence command assist.
You want me to use
And then for Regoff, it would be control security.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time failing this.
Okay. Shipborne tactical system focus.
Yep, works for me. You are shooting phasers. And then I just need the ship's weapons and security.
Oh, I closed out of it.
All right, so you don't get
Do you have
momentum.
Advisor? Do you have an advisor, Starks?
Oh, I do. What does that let me do?
Allows the Regov to reroll 1d or the 0.
Regov, reroll your 0.
Cool.
Okay.
So now you do get momentum. So I got you up to 2. So Commander Regov expertly shoots through several of the sensor buoys and creates a small hole in the sensor net, but it is closing in again. But you do think that you could be able to push your way through undetected.
Oh, if we think we can go undetected, then we're going to go through. I assumed that would set off all kinds of alarms.
So essentially what you're shooting those nodes is you made a hole in the sensor net.
Okay, then we're going to Ensign take us through.
Aye, sir. And we'll throw you to warp. Because why not? And then we will go to scene 3 and we'll head back to the ground team.
Commander, you didn't happen to see a shuttle bay on your way here, did you?
Why, yes, I did. However, there's several different intersections we'll have to pass through. There are at least one guard at each intersection, and then at the hangar bay there are 2 guards. Hopefully
Intersection.
So there was 4 intersections, and then the hangar bay with 2 guards, if I remember correctly.
All right, so the layout doesn't really matter because it's really the plot points. So
Right.
basically just say where you want to go and I'll just move you there, and I would have to spend threat to make something happen in between that time.
Okay.
But essentially all the guards are at the major sections. There'd be a guard at each of the major sections. But as you're going through, you probably won't pass them. So
I want to keep an empathic lookout for when people are coming down the hall.
Okay.
I mean,
We're gonna
I'm
head
useless
to
otherwise, so
we're gonna head to the hangar bay because that's the kind of the priority. Because at this moment, it's like have to warn the Sarek that they possibly could be walking into a trap.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you guys go through the halls, and you guys do make it to the you're a good distance away, maybe 20 or so meters from the hangar bay, and you do see the two guards outside. They're kind of just leaning against the walls, not really paying attention, kind of shooting the breeze with each other.
Should we take him down, Commander?
It's too bad I don't have those pheromones because we could kind of walk past them.
Kind of,
Otherwise-
yeah. Yeah, but
Doctor, do you think you could, if you had the tools, synthesize kind of or
another dose, not without the replicators on the Sarek. I had my computers to replicate that.
the bar was empty at the time that I went in there. That's not too far from here. We might be able to use the replicator there if we can sneak in.
I mean, yeah, I have the program or like the formula in my head. I could probably program it in.
we still gotta deal with those too.
Right, but I don't want to. If we can sneak by them without causing too much of a fuss, we can escape unscathed. I know. Both your lives are on the line. We could. I can attempt to persuade them and get through there much easier, or we can take them and hope that there's no one hears the firefight.
Is there, what does the area above the door look like?
It's just all rocks, like all rocky, like it was dug into the ground.
And he kind of points up at the ceiling. Think you can dislodge some of those? It'll give them a few cracked ribs and a concussion, but they'd live.
Yeah, but potentially blocking our only way into the hangar.
Fair enough. I just... Well, if we need to get to the Sarek quickly, our only real option is to shoot our way through. Much as it pains me to say that. We could take the time for me to synthesize another one, but by that time, the Sarek might have already sprung their trap.
I'm gonna bank a threat.
Alright, let's... Doctor, hold the phaser.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to attempt to distract them, and hopefully the two of you can slip by.
Okay.
So I'm going to... they're Nausicaans? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure before I go ahead with that plan, because if they're Nausicaans, then that might be a bad idea. Now that I think about it.
Take him out, we're home free.
I'll gauge it. I'll walk up to them and distract them, and you guys fire and attempt to take them out.
All right,
Okay.
can do.
Ed, I'm burning a value to get my determination back.
So what are you challenging?
Sentient life is precious. Because I'm about to fire at these people with disruptor pistols. I'm hoping that qualifies.
Yeah, I'm debating because you already shot at somebody.
Fair enough. I did have a freak out. This time I'm also trying not to have a freak out.
I'm gonna say no because you already shot at somebody.
Oh, this is gonna end poorly. Okay.
Had you have done it first, I think you would have had a case. Like if you'd done it before you shot him to get the determination, I think it probably would have worked out then. If that makes sense, it makes sense to me.
Okay.
Cool. So we have a plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm the distraction.
Okay. Do your thing, Prax.
I approach the two Nausicaan guards and go, "Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for Kerr's, I guess office."
Prax, roll me presence command. And I'm gonna make it a difficulty. Let's make it a difficulty 3. I'm gonna spend 2 threat to give it a complication 2.
Okay. And persuasion for a focus.
Yes.
Would diffuse the tension count in this matter when attempting to a task to pursue or persuade someone not to resort to violence?
Diffusing
for a bonus
the
D20.
tension.
I don't know if that will.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. I want to see what happens.
Okay. And why not? I'll give you 2 threats so I can roll 4 die.
All right.
I'm going to use my determination if risk is our business to re-roll those 2
Okay.
zeros.
Great.
Well, that's 3 successes and a complication.
Yep. All right. So your original line was you're looking for Kerr.
Yeah, I'm looking for Kerr's office. Could you please help me?
So one of them, the one with its back to you, starts to turn towards you, but the other Nausicaan kind of hits him, and says, "I'm pretty sure I have what you're looking for."
Kind of get like a. It smells like, and what would that might be?
I've heard rumors about the Orion females and your
Have you now?
appetite.
Why, yes, it's quite ferocious at times.
And believe me, a Nausicaan can help you sedate that hunger far better than a Tellarite can.
Can we just take a shot at these guys because they're being creepy?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was thinking shoot the one that's talking to her.
And I'll shoot the other one then.
Yeah.
Just die for being creepy. Or not.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Well, if it happened, then it's happening.
I know. It's fine. I can't say anything because they probably overheard. They're like, "Wow."
Okay, so hold on. So you guys both shoot. We'll do the doctors first because then it would actually be their turn.
Oh crap. Okay.
So the other Nausicaan, the one that was talking to Prax, sees the fire coming, pushes Prax out of the way. I'm going to spend a threat to buy a dice. You don't have anything good, but it works. And he's going to shoot at the doctor. If I could find where my dice are.
Ooh.
Cover doesn't help, does it? No, I don't think I had cover.
Yeah, I don't think you guys did either.
Oh, this will be fun. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, Doc. That would be 6.
Yep. Well, at least I have a reason to use my other doctor now. 'Cause I'm dead.
Well, it's an injury. It's a disruptor.
Though.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
lethal. Yeah, it's the lethal rules still apply.
You're dead next scene on scene change, essentially.
Well, it was not a lethal attack because I still had to spend threat for that.
Okay.
Okay, good.
And it's not a lethal weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the game does not have it listed as lethal. So
Okay.
So essentially, it's just a phaser with vicious 1.
How much momentum do we have?
1.
I'm gonna spend it.
Okay. And you rerolled. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that would be a hit. God damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh crap!
Who are you shooting at?
It would probably have been the one that was talking to Prax.
Okay.
Yeah. That's who he said he was shooting.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure he's on the ground in a lot of agony. How much did I say that was? 2, 4,
11.
6, 8, 10. So 10 total.
That's 2 injuries, I think.
Well, it's 5 or more.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't bring his stress all the way down. So I'm thinking if I want to spend stuff to keep him up or not. No, we'll give him the injury. It's fine. It's fine. So his friend will now try to fire. I will spend a threat as well. And his friend will shoot at Calum, since Calum is up. Yep, I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna pop my determination. Not everything is covered in the handbook.
To not take the injury?
Exactly.
Cool. So you still take 7. And this will actually move to Prax now.
I'm gonna pick the disruptor that was on the guy who's on the ground and shoot the other Nausicaan.
Okay.
Gave you I'll give you 1 threat to roll 3 dice.
Okay. Damage? Yep, that got him. And both Nausicaans are down.
Once we're out of combat, I want to quickly tend to the doctor real quick, and then get us into the shuttle bay.
Yep, that's going to be a task roll.
I know.
Let me
I'll
find
rush
where
to while he's going, I rush back to them.
All right, cool. Space combat. Nope, it would be
First aid.
Injury and death. Is that
I think it's daring medicine.
Nope, I got it. Yeah. So, yeah, it would be daring medicine difficulty 1.
Oh, cool. Good. I'm still gonna give you a threat because my medicine's only a 1.
Then how about this? How about I stabilize
Oh.
myself?
Whoops. What happened?
I have no idea.
I should have rolled 3 dice,
but I think I'll take the first one and we'll just average it out. So I'll give you guys two momentum,
That works.
and you'll stabilize him so he will not die at the end of the scene.
cool.
Or at very least he's back up.
And I will do the same to Caleb.
I don't have an injury, just 7 stress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
He
That works.
loses. Well, he still technically has the injury, but
Right.
he can't be healed with first aid.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was unpleasant.
You okay, Doctor?
If I don't make it to sick bay, I won't be, but other than that, A-okay, Commander.
I look
Let's
at the commander
find
go,
Chariot.
yeah, I really suggest we get out of here, like, now.
All right.
So we're gonna go into the hangar.
All right. Cool. We'll actually. So you guys head into the hangar. We'll actually go back to the ship. And Commander Regoff, you got more information.
Okay. Captain, I'm detecting 2 freighters at long range, bearing 357. They are actively scanning.
Did we lose the captain, or is this a
No.
dramatic pause?
This is a let me find a way out of this pause. I guess I'm gonna walk over to Regov and say suggestions.
Well, how fast do those freighters go? Maybe we can try to outrun them.
We still have to stop at the planet. They could catch up.
Oh, that's true. And there was no celestial bodies nearby, right? No moons or anything?
Nope. I seem to remember some kind of comet or something that Prax and them dealt with. But the captain doesn't know about that.
The last time we encountered anything in this region of space, they had fighter craft. So I would assume those things come armed with fighter crafts. Most likely. This is a tough situation, Captain. We can go in guns blazing, but we don't know where our people are, or we can hightail it. But most likely the sensor net probably closed it behind us.
I mean, I had a half a thought to like somehow get everybody grouped into one room on the ship or something and turn off all the power on the ship, and maybe we could not be spotted from our power signature. But I guess our hull is still made of a metal that just doesn't find itself floating in space a lot. So I don't think we could do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, Captain. If it were up to me, I would just go in guns blazing. We have no choice.
The captain looks at you, straightens up, kind of adjusts his jacket, and walks down in front of the captain's chair and Ensign, bring us on a heading, and then I point the heading out of the freighters.
He says, "Aye, sir," and types in buttons to get the course ready.
And then I look over to the commander, just like a shit's about to get real son kind of look.
He kind of perks up and nods like, this should be interesting. You hear him think to himself, thinking about old times that he already went through as a vet and stuff, and scenarios that are going through his mind, possibility.
Let's pre-select a target, commander, so we can hit him with everything we got when we drop out of warp. We may get the surprise on them.
Yes, sir. Which one should we select?
Your choice, commander.
Will do. And he selects the closest freighter to the ship.
And then I'm gonna do a quick calculation on my head to think about how long it would take us to jump and arrive. And I say, Ensign, let's go to maximum warp. And then I give him an amount of time so that we're gonna drop out right in front of them, like no warning.
All right.
Engage.
And then Regev immediately fires without, so they have, zero chance to do anything.
All right. Control security. Difficulty 2. Or did you move into close range?
We would be in close range.
All right, so then it'll be difficulty 3, I believe.
What range are torpedoes for?
Long.
Long.
Oh, okay.
Is it long? Damn. I was thinking something else.
Does Regov, what is your station? Do you get a bonus for being tactical officer?
No.
That's just for deploying security teams.
Okay.
The real question is though, like, if you're doing, you would want to go into weapons range, which would have put you in medium, or long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And the other thing is though, the question is you didn't ask how close together are the fighters
We don't know about any fighters.
to each other.
He said freighters.
Or well, the freighter. I thought they were fighters. The patrol craft.
That's just.
These ones are
that's
freighters.
Yeah, that's just Regev being paranoid and learning lessons from the past. So assuming that they're probably loaded with fighters.
No, these are the freighters. You've seen these freighters before. You fought them before.
Oh, those freighters.
Yep, those freighters.
Like week 4 freighters?
Yeah. And they are in close range of each other.
So we're all
doing an area attack.
I mean, yeah, Regov, do what you gotta do. And burn something or use something.
So Regev is gonna burn determination.
If you got a value.
He's wise in the ways of war. He knows these freighters because we came across them before, and as I said, he was thinking of past scenarios and running that through his head before we went to warp, and we just came out, and he had already put together a plan of action.
I'm sorry. What value? Sorry.
Wise in the ways of war, and that's what I came up with for it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and what exactly does that give again? I haven't used it in a while.
It gives an automatic 2 successes.
Sweet.
So between you and the ship, we have to come up with one more.
No, it's so if you guys move to medium, then you guys are good. If it's close, you need 3.
Yeah, we'll just stick with being close. I mean, because we'd have to move, then they would go, and yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so
How many are there?
just 2.
2, yeah.
And they're close together?
Yep.
I would
Yeah, so
recommend
we'll
doing
do,
an area attack.
Yeah, I was about to say we'll do a area attack, and I don't know if we want to give them threat or not. Use torpedoes, do more damage.
What I mean,
Yeah,
no,
you
because the
just-
difficulty would go up to 4.
Well, we're already halfway there. We just need 2.
And you'd be giving them 2 threat for using the torpedoes.
Yeah, but if they're dead,
But the torpedoes
well,
are
here-
not like torpedoes are good when like their shields are down.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think they have an area attack.
Right.
Yeah, we'll just.
And here's the thing, though. Also, if you use 2 power from the Sarek, that's going to give you an extra 2 challenge dice on the attack.
Yeah, the Sarek's got a lot of power, and there's only 2 of them, so we can use phasers with the area attack. And
And don't forget
boost
your
the
weapons
power.
have versatile, which gives you more bonus momentum and
yeah. All right, so it'll be phasers, widespread, shipborne tactical systems for
Mhm.
focus.
yep.
And I would recommend using. So that's.
Was it, he's at 5 successes right now. We just need the ship's weapon security. So that is 6 successes. You needed 3 to hit, so you gain 3 momentum. Please roll damage.
You can go ahead.
Oh,
Are you spending the 2 power?
yeah.
Yeah, for extra damage.
Yeah,
So-
roll the damage first, and then you can add whatever you need to. But you at least have to use 1 power to fire the weapons, and then you guys can add in as you need it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you guys are at 5 damage currently.
And then if we spent 2 power, we would gain 2 more
2 more.
challenge dice? 2 more damage.
Yes. 2 more challenge dice to roll.
But we'll do that.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll 2 more challenge dice.
No, that's something
Oh.
different.
And make sure you hit enter before you roll it.
Yeah, I bet.
Cool, so that's 1 more.
And then we'll buy.
So you guys are at 6 damage right now.
We'll
And
buy.
then use the
Do-
piercing.
Yeah, 2. We'll buy 2 piercing.
And that reduces resistance by 2 if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
2 each.
By 2 each,
2
yeah.
each.
So, yeah, so
Yes.
4 piercing if you're doing both.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think they have. I think they probably have 4 or less scale. If I'm remembering correct.
And then spend 2 momentum to do devastating.
10.
How much momentum do we have left?
So that'd be
So
You have 5.
just so you guys know, you did 10 damage, and they're taking 3 breaches apiece.
So I'm saying
um,
do devastating, and that's an extra breach each, or should be an extra breach each because it's a separate damage. It's just half the
Yeah.
total damage.
Then we'll do devastating too.
And how much does that leave us with?
It leaves us with 3 momentum.
Yeah, let me just double check one thing.
Well, you just lit up their world.
Yeah, what's left of it.
Way to go, Toby Keith.
There we go.
What's that? List of tasks.
It's the cheat sheet.
And don't have that. I don't think. Like what?
So, devastating attack. You would roll for an additional system. That system suffers a hit, equal to half of the. Yeah, that would still do it. Cool. Because it would still take a hit. So yes, your first volley just completely overwhelms these two freighters, and they blow up in heaping piles of burning ship wreckage.
Regov kind of like, woo, and then like, oh, and looks over at the captain. I apologize, Captain.
Feels mildly appropriate, Regov. Did we get any? Did we check the sensor logs and see if they got off any signals before they were gone?
Starts tapping some keys.
They were caught completely by surprise.
Excellent. Yeah, don't see any signals, Captain. Looks like they, 1 minute they're looking for us, the next minute they're dead.
You're making me really regret giving that promotion, Regov.
You hear him laugh in his head anyways. Well, Captain, just doing my duty. We have comrades missing, so...
Okay, let's, can we scan the planet to see if there are any ships in orbit?
Well, you're still about a half a light year out, but you are picking up quite a bit of traffic from there. But you can't make out what's there yet.
Well, Commander, I would say once more into the breach, but I hope we're not the Light Brigade.
Captain, Regov walks over to the captain. So just how dangerous is this place anyways, Captain? I know I don't have all the details.
As far as I know, Commander, it's dangerous enough, but I don't have any details about ship numbers or troop sizes or anything like that.
I see.
I do remember. So I thought that they left all their freighters behind. I thought only the fighters escaped. Or no, I thought they escaped on one giant freighter or something like that. I couldn't remember.
Well, remember that mission happened so long ago, and they have been rebuilding.
Okay, I just didn't want to know if I knew how many escaped or something, and if that would be relevant. But
no, because like you didn't at that time, you didn't know exactly how prevalent they were in the Shackleton Expanse. It was just like the reference to that being the same shuttle as they're the same make and design as the ones you fought in that mission. If that makes sense.
Well, Commander, I think we might try this once. I think we should enter the system at high warp and leave warp right outside the planet and try to recover the team and leave if possible. If not, we'll stand and fight until we can get the team out of there.
I concur, Captain.
we're gonna have to bring the shields down to beam them up. So let's put security on the bridge, main engineering, and weapons rooms. You know, sensitive areas. But let's definitely have a couple of extra security people here on the bridge.
He hits his badge and he relays the captain's orders.
And they are followed.
And I'm gonna give the ensign of the helm the coordinates, and once they respond affirmatively, tell them engage.
All right, we'll go to scene 4. So you guys will go back to momentum. All injuries, all non-lethal injuries and stress are recovered, as well as power and shields. And we'll go to the away team.
So when we enter the hangar bay, what do we see?
You see about 4 of their fighter craft in there. Like their 2-seaters.
Do they look familiar?
You faced these before in the 4th mission.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that class. They're all 2-seaters. Judging by their condition, you think only maybe 1 is operational. The rest seem to be torn apart. Various engine parts laying out and panels opened.
All right. Calum, Doctor, you two take that fighter. Get back to the Sarek. I'm gonna find a place to lay low.
Yes, Commander.
It's an order, Doctor.
Yes, Commander. All right. Ensign, a little help.
Oh, I think he said he was getting dinner, so we might have to wait a minute.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
Up here.
Oh, I basically was just like, all right, Ensign, a little bit of help.
Sure. I can't roll anything right now. So
it's just
if
role play.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless Ed makes it a roll.
Depends what you guys are doing.
Well, he's basically just helping me into the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing most of the work, but yeah.
You're a little hurt.
Exactly.
A little sore.
I require assistance.
You got some 3rd-degree plasma burns on your chest.
Yeah.
That's
Doesn't
gonna
feel
hurt.
fantastic. What are you talking about? It's hurting now. So, yeah, we get in the fighter as ordered.
Okay.
We leave her with the disruptor pistols.
Cool.
Well, Ensign, you're flying this thing.
Yeah, I know.
So, I guess we take off and try and find the Sarek.
Yeah, we're to warn them about a trap.
And have them pick up Prax, yes.
Okay.
So tell them about the trap, and then tell them they have to go into the trap.
For like 10 seconds, and that's it.
All right. So you guys take off. I'm going to stay with Prax for a little bit longer. Prax, as soon as they take off, what are you doing?
Finding a place to hide. So, um, like I'm assuming this is a pretty big hangar.
Yep.
Are there any other exits in the one?
Just the one, and like where they launched from, which I'm gonna assume is like straight up.
Okay, is there like a ventilation system? Like, do I see air duct type movement or?
No. Nothing like that, because like again, it was just kind of dug into a cave. Rather crudely, like as if they're just kind of shot with lasers or shot with phasers. But like there's a bunch of like boxes and barrels and stuff.
I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna look through the box to see if there's a spot or at least a corner that I could kind of take cover and hide in for the time being.
Okay. As you start to go try to move toward the box and start trying to get stuff out of it to try to hide, in 3 people walk into the hangar bay, 2 Nautican guards, and everyone's favorite Kerr. And Kerr just kind of stands there and starts clapping. And he just kind of does that and waits.
So am I hidden? I'm just questioning.
He kind of saw you as you're trying to like go for the boxes.
Okay, so I mean, but I'm in a kind of like a cover position.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the applause there, Kerr.
I was wondering how long it would take you to escape Commander.
I see the charade is over.
You just knew too much information.
Well,
you played your cards a little too early, Commander. Kudos, though. You almost had me fooled.
Well, I had to try.
So, how do you want to play this, Commander?
Well, it all depends on you.
And he just kind of says, "Oh."
I would take your immediate surrender right here and now, if you like, or we could duke it out. Choice is yours.
And I think with that line, I think we'll actually head back up to the ships. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the Sarek out of warp. How far away from the planet do you want to be?
I want to be like over the camp that I told them to be at.
Okay, so transporter range, so close range. Okay, cool.
Ultimate goal would be to transport and leave.
Right. So you're in close range. All right, so the ship arrives in orbit of the planet, the close range of the planet, and you see a large ship, larger than any you've ever seen before, and it is flanked by 4 freighters. All of their weapons and shields are powered on. And then Regov, I got this bit of information for you. And you also notice a lone fighter coming out and leaving from the planet.
Hailing the Sarek if we see it.
Not there yet.
Okay.
Captain, I'm detecting, in addition to the ships in orbit, fighters on the planet. Looks like they're on alert, and several shielded areas of the planet.
Captain, or Oh, I get that was a miss. I misspoke there, but it's strangely appropriate.
Yeah.
Commander, hail the lead ship.
Hells.
And you get no response.
I'm not responding, sir.
And with that, they actually start moving towards your position.
Captain, I suggest that we pick up who we're here to pick up and get the hell out of Dodge.
We can't bring down the shields to beam them up, Commander. Let's all fire on the largest ship. We'll try and do a spread again.
They're still a ways away. You got time.
Oh.
And yeah, we're trying to hail you guys.
So yeah,
I mean,
Commander Regoff, you pick up a hail from the fighter.
Captain, one of them is responding. It's one of the fighters.
On screen.
On screen is Calum with the doctor right behind him.
Commander, beam them on board.
Hits a few buttons, starts beaming them over.
Oh crap!
Where's my transporter noise? Yep, there you are.
And he beamed them directly on the bridge.
That's good. I really wanted you to do that, but I didn't say it before you started beaming. So that good. Kudos to Regoff.
The doctor collapses immediately.
Without anything else, I say, Ensign the commander.
Third-degree phaser burns. It's a trap. Get Prax. Get out.
Where is she?
Hangar bay.
On the planet.
Commander Regoff, look for signs of ships and try to beam out any human life or Trill life signs you find.
Scanning now.
Is there anyone else?
Kerr. Some guy named Kerr.
Try to beam out a Tellarite near a Trill if you can. And then I'm going to look at my console, and once I feel that it is no longer safe to have the shields down for beaming, I want to raise the shield. Like, I don't want to forget about the ships that are out there.
I'm going to give you 2 actions before they enter weapons range.
Can I relay the information first?
Yes, that is not an action. So basically, I'm giving you like 2 roles. 2 task rolls, essentially, before the ships are in weapon range.
Okay, so Regov looks over at the captain. He's like,
Can one of those be to beam everyone in that hangar bay into the shuttle bay?
Well, first, I think you need the information.
Okay. What's the information?
Captain, one of those shielded areas of the planet has both those life signs.
So I guess I want to use the weapons to damage or destroy those shields and then beam them up? I'm guessing that's what you mean by shielded, is I can't just beam them up?
Correct.
So you'd have to do
Okay.
Precision shot.
Yeah, so we'll do a precision shot, and I would like to help the commander on that one, because I do have a good grasp of tactics.
And also, while all that's going on, I want to yell at the ensign at the helm, get out of my chair.
Yep.
The doctor is still on the floor. I'm probably being helped up now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the ensign, the Khan, will help you and try to get you to sick bay, since he has nothing else to do.
Thank you, ensign.
All right. So first things first, the precision strike. I am going to make this a difficulty 3 task. And I'm going to spend 4 threat to make the complication range 3. Make it 4. Make the complication range 4. I'm going to spend 6 threat to do that.
Can I do it using the using a determination with the focus? I want to challenge. Wait, no, because challenging doesn't get you the. That's not going to help.
Yeah, no. Challenge gives you a determination, essentially.
I forgot to roll for my determination to see if I.
Oh yeah. Oh! Yeah, go ahead and roll that challenge dice.
So, regardless of that, since he didn't get it, I'm gonna give him mine. Because he probably has a value we can use here. Don't you?
Leads by example will probably be the closest. Meaning that he puts people first. He knows that the EXO is down there, and he needs to save him, basically.
Yeah. I could... Could I use as a value crew above ship? Because I'm willing to sacrifice maybe a couple of early shots at the Sarek for Prax. Like I'm hanging my ship out here.
Yeah, I think I will allow it, actually.
Okay, then I'll do that. And then I probably won't, since it's only a 3, I probably won't buy any dice because I'm just risking complication rate.
Aren't you having Regov do it?
Yeah, I'm firing. I think.
Yeah, so it'd be you'd give your determination to Regov, and then he'd use his value to do the roll.
Okay, that would be. I was afraid that Regov didn't have something Ed was going to allow. That's what I was hearing.
The only thing I think would apply would probably be Wise in the Ways of War, because you're trying to find a weakness to the shield grid.
If you're going to allow it, then we'll go that. We'll give Regov the determination, and he can do the roll.
I mean, unless he wanted to make the roll. I mean,
well,
doesn't matter which way we go.
What's your probably your engineering, because we have to beam them back out, and I have a 1.
I have a 2.
What does the ensign have?
3.
So we're probably going to need Calum to beam them out. Does Calum have a determination?
He does not.
I can get one.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll give my determination to Regov for the precision strike, so he can burn it.
Okay, and then I'll take, we only have 2 momentum, an extra one for extra dice.
I would keep it just in case you roll complication. Because it is really high.
Well, we need 3, right?
The complication range is 4. Meaning you need a 16 or worse to get.
Every dice you add is going to make us dangerously close to getting a complication.
Not only that, you'd have to spend both momentum for an extra dice.
Yeah.
Because you're using for the auto crit.
And you've already got a 2, you only need a 3, and you're using like an 11 and a 5. I'm sure you'll get at least 1 from an 11 and a 5.
Okay, so we'll just go with just the 2 and save the 2 momentum.
Yeah, and the ship also gets an assist as well. So there's 4, and the ship, please.
Oh, that's weapons security.
Yep.
Oh, got it.
Perfect. So that is 5 total. So you'll bank 2 momentum. So Lieutenant Commander Regov kind of shoots a sustained phaser blast on the shields and starts to put a hole through the starts to like make a hole in the shield grid enough that you could probably get a transporter beam out.
Oh, I
Captain,
did
it's
not
now or
mean to
never.
do that. I meant to do that. So I should get my determination back.
I think you gotta spend it to get that.
Spend what?
Your determination, I think.
He did by giving it to Regov.
I mean,
that's a captain's ability.
Is it defined as a spend?
I could spend 3 weeks trying to find that in the book.
Yeah, I know it's so hard to find. Does anyone know what page those the ship's rolls are on?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, neither can I. Crew support's not it. See, they have the commanding officer task, but that's not what I'm looking for. I wish they would make this book easier to find stuff in.
It says Starship Rules 210 at the content.
210? Oh, not rules. I need roles. Like the captain's role.
126.
126. Yeah, I thought it was
So I
in
got
the book.
Yeah, the commanding officer may spend a point of determination to grant any other character they can communicate with 1 point of determination.
Then yes, you get it back. Yeah, it's just how it's worded. If it says it's a spend, then yes, you can do that.
Okay, and I'm gonna give that to Calum.
But if it says give, then it's not a spend.
Cool. Then in that case, once the shield grid opens up, I want to do try and beam Prax out of there as quick as possible.
Okay.
And Kerr.
And Kerr.
And Kerr, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to set you up with a difficulty 4 roll, whatever whatever it says to use transporters. I think it's engineering and something else. Control engineering.
Yeah, it's control engineering.
But then I think it's assisted by sensors engineering, maybe?
Yeah, sensors engineering.
Cool. But hold off. Get it ready, but hold off until I say. And we'll go back down to the planet. Okay, so we'll head back to Commander with we'll head back to Commander Prax with Kerr and the 2 Nausicaan guards. And I believe the last thing Prax said,
Give up. Or surrender now, or we duke it out.
and when Kerr will say, "Well, Commander," as he readies his disruptor rifle, says, "I guess we were destined to do this from the start."
So I'm going to. I really do this, but I'm going to challenge my value. Protecting others is who I am, to get a point of determination back, because this is essentially me trying to survive.
Okay. Yep, that's fine with me.
And I'm going to spend that determination, never using never give up or give in value.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot Kerr with my disruptor pistol.
Okay. Anything special with the attack?
Can I do aim as my minor action? I mean, essentially, I'm just kind of going up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, aim's
Shooting.
fine because, yeah, you haven't made a minor action. So it's just a normal attack, nothing special.
Well, there's nothing I can do special with a disruptor pistol.
I was just making sure, if it, lethal, non-lethal type stuff. Just
No,
making sure what you're doing.
I'm not giving you threat to make it lethal. I'm not. I want to take him out. Like as much as she may want to kill him right now, but I'm not going to go to that length.
All right, go ahead and roll, roll damage or roll for the attack.
And I want to make sure what aim does here because I think
you re-roll a miss. I think you re-roll 1 dice. Is
yeah,
what aim
so
does.
I'm going to re-roll that 0.
Yep.
So that's
So you have
4.
4. Yep. So you bank 2 momentum, so you're at 6. Damage, please. So it'd be 3.
So that's 7. I'm gonna roll. Use one of the floating momentum right now to re-roll 4 challenge dice.
Okay. Don't forget to hit enter. Yep, there you go. 2,
So
3,
that's-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll be 9. Actually, it'll be 8. Sorry, he has resistance.
I think I'm going to spend. What's the momentum spends? I'm going to spend 1 of the floating because and do penetration with that. So we'll still have 4 momentum.
Okay. And that
It's
and
2 resistance.
penetration. Okay. So yeah, so it'll be back up to 9. Did I say? Yeah. 4, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So it'll be back to 9. So you just had 1 resistance.
It's too bad I can't do intense. And we're good. So, do we want to spend 2 momentum to keep the initiative? I'm asking that to the group. Because that should pass it to the ship.
I mean,
Yeah, if it passes
Yeah.
it to the ship, then yeah.
And I can do an action, yeah.
yeah, because we might. I don't know if this is gonna result in combat or not, and it might very well do that. So
If not, I need to look up cover rules.
So you'll probably be at full cover. So, whatever damage they would do, you would get 4 You would get 4 challenge dice of resistance.
That's right. Okay.
Because I would call you, since you're behind a thing, you'd be behind full cover. But it is up to you guys. Does it pass to them or does it go to the ship?
If it goes to the ship, do it.
We're
You'd
spending
have
2
to. Yeah, you'd have to spend the 2 momentum.
Yep.
Okay.
oh, if we spend the tone momentum, like the turn goes to the ship. Is that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, then do that. I was misunderstanding this conversation.
Because then you get your transporter task, which
Let's do
the
that.
ensign has queued up.
Let's do it.
I'm going to spend my determination precise to a fault.
Okay.
So that gives me 2. I'm going to spend our last 2 momentum to get a 3rd dice.
Okay.
And I have no focus for this.
Okay. And what I'm gonna do?
Sorry.
No, it's fine because I'm gonna spend 4 threat to say that you can only pick up 1 life sign.
Oh, crap. In that case, if the life sign I can get is Prax, she's out.
Yep. And that is actually a success. And there's Prax to the transporter room. All right,
I got
Captain,
Prax.
you have one more action before I start opening fire.
Warp.
That's gonna be an order for like emergency warp in any safe direction. Maximum warp.
Oh boy. It'd probably be a control con difficulty.
Oh, no, I just did it. It's
Okay.
good. We're good. We're
Okay.
good.
Whew.
And we'll move to scene 5, which will be the aftermath of this, any debriefings, and any possible role play with Regov's shuttle arriving.
No, yeah. That's right.
I
Well,
assume
we can
I'm already been patched up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
it's
can-
just like take a dermal regenerator, fix yourself, you're good.
Still be a little green.
we can be in the conference room and have during a debriefing, and you can have the shuttle arrive whenever, I guess.
All right, cool. In the conference room then.
So, can we just place Prax as giving us a rundown on everything?
Yep.
So, Captain, thank you for the save. Regrettably, we did manage to sneak the runabout into the planetary range, and we did do a scan on the planet, but regrettably, we were caught in one of the Orion's ship's tractor beam, so we did an emergency beam out and ordered the runabout destroyed. Unfortunately, we beamed down straight into, I guess you would say, a bar, where almost successfully negotiated a friendly term to kind of blend in, but our lovely friend Kerr saw through it, and we were locked in a cage, so to speak, for 2 days. At least I think it was 2 days. On the second day, Kerr had escorted me, and we had a short, rather brief conversation, and I nearly convinced him that I was part of the Orion Syndicate. He escorted, had his 2 Nausicaan guards escort me back down to the cage, where Ensign Calum attacked one of the guards that unlocked the cell, and I rushed to the other Nausicaan guard and disarmed him, where then Dr. Morganth grabbed the disruptor pistol and shot him to protect me. Afterwards, we made our escape to a hangar bay, dealing with 2 other guards, and I ordered both the Ensign Calum and Dr. Morganth to take the only fighter back to you to warn you about a potential ambush that Kerr was planning for you guys. The rest you know. Oh, and I wish you gave me just a little bit more time, but I did get a good shot off on Kerr. Probably still alive, but
I planned to beam him and you both up, but that wasn't possible, and he looks over at Calum with a very disappointing look.
I only got 1 life sign, sir. I did the best I could.
Be that as it may, I guess good job getting the team back, Commander. Did you have a... Did all of the gadgets and disguises and pheromones work out as intended?
The pheromones, I say, were kind of productive. However, we didn't get to use the gadgets.
Regov kind of
Unfortunately.
raises an eyebrow and looks over at the captain. Doesn't say anything.
I feel like as a commanding officer, I have to ask you to explain productive in your report. I also don't want to know what productive means, Commander.
And in the captain's head, he goes at you here. Please just drop it, Roland. Please.
And the captain looks over, very curious, because he didn't suspect you or anything. He thought maybe there was a funny story about tricking a guard or something like that. And now he's super curious.
Captain, can we please not talk about the pheromones?
Commander, I think just to avoid any undue accusations at a later date, I'm gonna need a full report on that. Wouldn't want I don't even know what Starfleet HR is. Wouldn't want Starfleet legal interfering at any time, so you better write that up completely.
They were... Sorry, I'm laughing. They were perfect gentlemen, sir, during that time.
Wait, who were perfect gentlemen? Because at this point, Starks doesn't know what you're talking about. He just has a faint idea. You're definitely digging a hole here.
Nothing nefarious went on, sir.
Normally, I would handle such improprieties with the crew to the XO, but I guess I'm gonna have to handle this personally.
Just to say, sir, I'll give you the full details of my reports, but I had to improvise at a moment's notice. And she kind of bows her head like, crap.
The captain kind of looks over to Morganth and goes, "Adapt and overcome," in a very curious fashion, and just says, "I don't want to know."
Yeah, he just looks ashamed.
Captain, to put your mind at ease, let's just say advances were made.
No, Ensign, that does not put my mind at ease.
Ensign,
that's
please.
a superior officer, Ensign.
My pheromones
Ensign,
work.
do I need to remind
Is all
you
we
that...
need to take away from this. My pheromones work.
Ensign, I need to remind you that mission was classified. What is discussed here remains here.
Captain Starks.
I know, Commander.
Captain Starks, we have rendezvoused with the Shiano.
The captain looks over to Regov, having mostly already said the goodbyes with the promotion, and unceremoniously looks at the commander and says, "Well, Commander, looks like your shuttle's here."
I suppose it is. It was a pleasure serving with you all. If you guys ever need anything, just let me know, and who knows, someday I could have your back. I'm assuming that since everyone got on the ship, they were informed of what was going on and stuff.
If not, you can inform them now.
Yeah,
Or
Morgan
they can
had
say-
no idea. He was getting fixed.
So for those that don't know, in case you didn't notice, I got promoted, and I'm going to go command the USS Everest.
Huh.
I think Starfleet's running some kind of pilot program for shipborne fighters. I guess developments from the Dominion War and whatnot.
Yeah, is that out of character? Is that I was going to talk to that with the GM, but like, is that experimental at this point for?
No, it's standard Peregrine right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but the using fighters aboard a ship, I don't think is standard. That's what the captain meant.
Yeah. So, yeah, Starfleet's taking a new stance or trying a new concept, and we're gonna run the pilot program for it, see how it works out, and
The captain is very interested in Prax's reaction to hearing this news. He's looking.
She's kind of. She puts on a brave face, but in the back of her mind, for the telepath and empath, she's a little bit disappointed that she's not been selected for a command yet. But she also understands that Rhaegoff has more than proven himself. So she extends her hand out to Rhaegoff and says, "Congratulations, Commander. I'm sure you'll make a fine captain."
and he's going around the table and shaking everyone's hand, and on the way out of the door, he turns around and he's like, "I left a surprise for you, Walt. 2 boxes of my best stuff. It's in my room." And with that, he walks out the door and it closes behind him.
And I think with that, I think this will be the Great Escape.
Yay! We all lived.
So
I-
what